Anya, what inspires and drives you as a Quaker climate activist?
So I think a lot of my actions, activism has definitely come from my beliefs, which has been led as a Quaker. I've been a Quaker all my life, and I've been brought up quite heavily involved with Quakerism and the beliefs that Quakers hold. And I think all the 5 key testimonies that we hold, so peace, truth, sustainability, equality, and simplicity, all of those link a lot into the climate justice movement. And I feel like it's been a very kind of simple way of me putting my faith into action. And it's been quite automatic for me to have done that. I've always been quite aware of the planet and our need to care for it and for care for others. And I didn't get that actively involved in the climate justice movement until last year when the youth strike movement started. But I've always had that kind of awareness there and have spoke about it with friends. But I guess my inspiration has come from being with other young Quakers and other young people. So when I joined the strike, the first strike in the UK in February last year, and being around so many other passionate young people has really inspired me, I think.
Oh, that's lovely. What about what are the benefits of interfaith and doing this on an interfaith basis?
Yeah, so I think for a start, faith groups have a lot of power. They've got a lot of followers, and that can be a way of getting messages out and talking about it in a place that there's already that community. I feel like a lot of powerful discussions happen between trusted communities, and faith groups are a place where that community has already been built. There's also a lot of shared understanding and a shared beliefs, and like say for among Quakers, we all believe in peace testimony. We've got a peace testimony, so we all believe that we should be peaceful, and that obviously like ties really easily and well into the climate justice movement. With wars going on, as a simple example, like you're not going to get climate justice. And so we really need to use the beliefs that already exist in our different faith groups, and show how we can live out our faith through fighting for climate justice.
Yeah, that is brilliant. And I think, like we were talking about earlier, you know, when we're connecting the dots, faiths play a crucial role. So when people think, you know, does that have anything to do with my faith? And you think, yes, it's got everything to do with your faith.
Exactly, yeah.
And, you know, that's where, you know, that passion can come from as well, because I haven't come across a single faith that does not endorse caring towards the environment. And that is one of the aspects of it.
Yeah, and every faith group has like this simple belief of we've got to care for each other. Yeah. And that is caring for the environment as well, and also even putting aside the climate, like there has to be social justice and equality among people if we're going to actually be resilient against the breakdown that we're going to be facing.
Yeah.
So yeah, it definitely, there's in every faith group there is a message of climate justice.
Yeah, and it's one of those unspoken teachings, aren't they? Because it builds in naturally with all the faiths.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. It's quite widespread, so there's plenty of Greta Thunbergs around who are as passionate as her. She's got the limelight and she's got the confidence, and I'm sure the fact that you are at such a platform like you are now and speaking so confidently, there are many of you who are so passionate about making sure that your voice is heard and that the future is brighter for us, not the way that it's going in the way it's heading at the moment.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, I think having that opportunity as young people to actually voice our opinions, like I said earlier, like the fact that so often we're silenced, especially among political discussions. Um, I think, yeah, been a turning point that I've definitely seen with in the UK and globally, having young people being respected more. There's definitely more that could be done, and I think like remembering that we're just part of this wider movement. But yeah, it's been definitely powerful to have seen.
And each one of you can make that positive difference, and you are doing it. And good, well
Exactly.
done to you. And I really admire the confidence with which you are taking this forward, because obviously our politicians are not really taking this as seriously, and you being the future generation, hopefully you should gain enough confidence to make sure when you're much older you are at the line, at the forefront of this, to make sure that we do take heed to the message. Yeah, and so based on your experience, what are the benefits of working with others?
Yeah, so I guess going back to the Greta example, like she is has been the forefront of many people's what people have seen of the climate strike movement. But there's been so much behind the scenes and support. She would like not have gotten the opportunities she's had, and the youth strike movement in general would not have been where we are today. Um, there's so many different jobs within the movement and things that people are doing, whether that's media opportunities or organizing in the behind the scenes, having meetings, replying to emails. Like there's so many different things that go on, and I think having like not doing that yourself and working with others has made it a much more sustainable movement. And it also just helps with our own well-being and knowing that we're not alone in this, and it is a global movement and it needs to be a global campaign and fight for our future. Like climate change does not distinguish between borders, and so we need to have this global fight across borders and ignore the lines that we've drawn on a map, and work together. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's brilliant, because sometimes, you know, when because I've been an activist for more than a decade, community activist, I find that there's so many good initiatives that are going on, but what we need to do is just join these dots. Once
Yes.
we join the dots, we can be a lot stronger. Once we're
Yeah.
stronger, we can make that difference. And that is, you know, that's how it works. And it's, you know, you can, and you're right, you know, on a global level, imagine the difference in the long term you can make. And what about,
Exactly. Yeah.
sorry,
I was just gonna say, and also like there's so many community projects and campaigns and things that are happening already, and I think it's really important to not go in and expect like this is a new thing, like I've got a new idea, and this is the campaign that everyone needs to be working on. Every campaign that's happening, every fight needs to happen.
yeah,
And I think that's the cool thing about climate justice. Like it's not just about the environmental movements. Like there's the migrant crisis that needs migrant justice, justice for disabled people, like migrants for prisoners. There's so many different campaigns that are all tying into this fight to be resilient within the climate crisis. And I think having that respect and understanding that we're all doing what we can, and that we all need to work together basically, and we can focus on different things, but yeah, as you said, bring it together.
yeah, that's amazing.